This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're targeting for Monday Night Football Week 12. We have the Carolina Panthers, who I guess are okay, decent now, and the San Francisco 49ers, which I believe are going to be mostly healthy with Purdy and Kittle playing in this game. Had very few games this season where everybody's playing for San Francisco, but let's see real quick what we're going to look at. I just recorded the Sunday Night Football one 2 seconds ago. One of the things I harped on there, I want to harp on here as well, is you cannot allow your brain to be super stressed when you lose bets. You're going to have a very bad time. It could lead to depression and a bunch of other bad things. The way to make sure that you set your thought process up or your mentality up to be able to be okay when bets lose, even though yes, losing money sucks, is just make sure that you're making the best decision possible before the game ever starts. Because if you know that you use the app exactly how I told you, and you follow all of our guidelines exactly how I've taught you, and you're in the Discord using the Discord exactly how I taught you, then you know that you did everything right. And if the bet wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. But you know it didn't lose because of you, because you chose the best possible option by following the guidelines. Now, when is it your fault? When you're not following the guidelines, when you're just blindfold throwing darts at a dartboard and then, oh, hey, this didn't win. Of course it didn't win because of this, and this. It just follow the guidelines, listen to what I say. That is what I'm doing, is I'm teaching you how to set yourself up for success, how to choose the most optimal bets. And if those don't win, it's not on you. It's just that's the luck of or the lack thereof luck when it comes to sports betting. But we remove the guessing out of it. We remove the throwing darts blindfolded out of it. We set you up for the best possible chance to win, which is why the show that I've been doing for 2 years is so profitable. People have been printing money off the show, not just this season, which is still profitable, but the entirety of the 2 years, because I teach you how to use the tool. And when you use the tool to set yourself up for success, use the app and the Discord as designed, you will win a lot more than you lose, which means you have to be okay with wrapping your mind around the fact that sometimes, even though you chose the right play, it will not hit. But just make sure that you're doing that part, that you're choosing the right play. Now, let's look at this. So, similar to Sunday Night Football, looks like we have a similar defense for both teams here. So, the San Francisco 49ers have been horrendous in allowing passing yards. They've allowed the 6th most in this season. Over the last 3 games combined, they've allowed the 2nd most. Only one team has allowed more passing yards than the San Francisco 49ers. Panthers have not been that great recently, but over the course of the season, they've been pretty decent. They've allowed the 19th most, but over the last 3, the 9th most. They're definitely getting worse. But I would like to target the San Francisco pass defense, because that is just 6th most pass yards allowed this season, 2nd most in the last 3 games. I mean, the only real stud they have is rookie McMillan here. But he barely has any difference. He had a monster game last week. Looks like his line started as low as 60.5 and it's already up to 65.5. This is currently on FanDuel. Before we look too much into him, let me see what we can find on a props comparison tool. Oh, I've kind of been toying around with telling you guys about version 3.0. I think it's going to come out before the NFL season, or before the NFL season, before NFL Thanksgiving. I don't know where I came from. But yeah, that's what the goal is right now. Okay, so we can get him a whole lot less. So he's 65.5 on FanDuel, DraftKings, Fanatics. We can get him all the way down at 61.5, which I like a little bit more. I'm assuming they're underdogs. Yes, but they're 49ers, of course, are the favorites, but 49ers are overvalued. The implied chance, which is what the sportsbooks are saying, is minus 370. So minus 370 means that the sportsbooks think they have a 78% chance to beat the Panthers. RAI says, I mean, they're projected to win, but it should be a whole lot less, 71. And when this is red, this little outline here, it means you do not bet the money line on either side. But that is just interesting to note, though. So it's going to be a closer game, but it still doesn't necessarily have to be a close game. 49ers favored by a touchdown. Panthers are projected to not lose by a touchdown. But the same thing as we said in the Sunday Night Football video is we don't need the Carolina Panthers to upset 49ers. We just need them to be passing in the fourth quarter. And if the 49ers still have a 71% chance to win this game, let's say they're up by 4 points where a field goal does nothing, the Panthers need to get a touchdown, they're going to be passing the ball. And who are they going to pass the ball to? Maybe their rookie sensation who's gone bananas a handful of times this season. So, what did we say the best book was? BetMGM? Yeah, so 10% difference. Projection 61. So over 61.5 would be the play. And then, yes, the second most passing yards of the last three. I like this increase. Like, it's almost like this week's better than this week. So he has some breakout stuff, but he's still trending up overall, even when he's not hitting this line. Man, we started at 57.5. If you can get I don't think you can get it lower anymore. I highly doubt it. You can get a 57.5 on anything, but that would have been the best spot right there. So if anybody that's using the app and not waiting for videos to drop, get up 57.5, congratulations, you get the best line possible. But 61.5 I think is okay for this. I would like a little bigger of a gap, but I think it's okay. Let me quickly look at the rushing. No, there's no green on the defensive side of that. What's McMillan's target share? 26.9. 12 targets last game, 8, 6, 10. So we have to go to our conundrum that we do for when we like receptions and we like receiving yards. The conundrum is, what's more likely to happen? Him get 5 receptions and not hit his line, or him hit his line and not get 5 receptions? So can he hit 61.5 on 4 catches? I think so. How many? Let me just do some math here real quick. 61.5 divided by 4. That's 15 yards. So is it? So if he gets 15 yards per catch, or just maybe has a pretty deep one, or 61 divided by 5. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to see which one seems like it's more likely. Him getting 62 yards and not getting his 5th reception, or him getting his 5th reception without getting 62 yards or more. See, look, here's his longest receptions. Like, he had a 39, 26er, 16, 19. So his last 2 games, like, if he gets a 26 or a 39er, that yards is going to be pretty easy to hit. He missed his receiving yard target here. 8 targets, 5 receptions. He barely missed his 62-yard current line. He has had less than 3 his entire career. He's only had less than 4 3 times. 55% hit rate this season. 80% accuracy is also interesting. 26.9% target share. It was up to 5.5 at one time. Let's look at the comparison for that real quick. feel like I'm on the fence now between those two stats. So yeah, some books do have him at 5.5. Half of the books do. But 4.5, your best payout is minus 152 on Bet Rivers if you're going over 4.5. Do we do receptions? Can he get 5 catches in less than 62 yards? Or would he get 62 yards on a few catches? 20, what did we say? It was like 26% target share. It's not what I don't know what I just clicked. No. .9% target share. He's gotten 6 targets or more the last 4 games. 8 targets or more 3 out of the 4 games. You say Bet Rivers has the best odds? Yeah, minus 152. I'm thinking. I just don't see him. So I'm playing, what I'm doing, these dramatic pauses, I'm playing the game in my head, the game script. Remember, you have to have an idea of how this game is going to happen for you to make a bet that makes sense with it. So I'm thinking like, okay, so let's say the Panthers do lose as they're projected to. It's a close game. Maybe they lose by a field goal or a few points or what have you. I'm fast forwarding this game in my head. Okay, so he's got. I feel like there's a scenario where he's most likely going to get at least 8 targets here. He catches at least 5 of them and hits his line. Is that the most likely outcome? Or that he gets 62 yards on 4 catches? I think when we were looking at the longest reception stat, this was kind of telling us what we needed to see. So if you see here, on 1 catch, he got 39 yards. On 1 catch, he got 26 yards. He had a 40-yarder to start the season, 20-20-29. So he's getting stuff. His projection is 24 for this game. A line for this is 21.5, projection is 24. So if he gets 1 reception, we're just planning this out here, ladies and gents. 1 reception for 24. The line he needs to hit for the receiving yards line is 62. So 62 minus 24. Let's say he gets 24-yarder. So he's got 1 catch for 24 yards. That means he needs to hit his receptions prop, he needs 4 more catches. But to hit his receiving prop, he needs 38 more yards. So if we take this into account, we remove this from the equation. His line is now needing 4 receptions for 38 yards. I think with that, I think I'm going to go with receiving yards. So if he gets this, if he hits this line, this is not what we're targeting. We're not looking at longest reception, but I'm saying if he gets a 24-yard reception, which is what the AI is saying, that means he just needs to hit his receptions prop, he needs 4 more. To hit his receiving yards prop, he needs 38 more. I think it's more likely that he can get 38 yards on 3 receptions or less. I mean, he's probably going to hit both of these, but I think me playing the game out in my head, what I just did, I think the receptions receiving yards is the most likely outcome, because if he gets a deep one, he pretty much takes like 40% chunk of what he needs to hit. So yeah, 61.5 was the line on BetMGM. No, BetRivers. BetMGM? Yeah, BetMGM. BetRivers had what? 64. Yeah, so BetMGM 61.5 is the official line. We got there. We just had to think things through. Ladies and gents, any questions whatsoever, remember, you have to ask in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you have zero excuses. You're not trying hard enough to win. So when you see everybody else dropping winning screenshots, which you probably don't because you're not in the Discord, that's where the winning screenshots gets dropped. That's where 19,000 other members use the app, use the community chat room, talk with each other, saying, hey, what do you guys think about this play? Do you guys like this play? What are you guys looking at? That is 24/7, 365 in the Discord, but you can't experience that until you get into the Discord, which is free to join. So if you don't do the free things, you can't expect to win. It's that simple. Follow the guidelines, you'll have success. It's not rocket science, it's copy and paste. This person's having success. Copy how they're using the app. Copy how they're using the Discord. This person's having success. Copy how they're using the app. Copy how they're using the Discord. That's all you have to do to have the success they have, is just do what they're doing. It's that simple. Good luck, guys. We'll see you in the Discord.